Okay, since it's already 1:02 in the afternoon, let's just proceed to start our class. So once again, good afternoon everyone. So this afternoon, we will be having a new series of discussion with a new topic that is being given to you ahead of time, di ba? But before that, let me remind you not to forget to sign in the attendance sheet in your Google Classroom for your attendance, and always be reminded to follow the virtual policies and guidelines agreed whenever we have a synchronous class. Samaan. Is that clear? Okay, now let's have I call on uh, Kiamko to lead the opening prayer. Kiamko,
Yes, sir.
can you lead the opening prayer?
Yes, sir. So, let us put ourselves in the holy presence of God as we say, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Our Father in heaven, once again, we thank you for giving us another opportunity to come together as a class and to start another day to learn again. Before we start our online class, we ask for your guidance and wisdom so that we could attend to our classes very well as absorb and understand our lessons easier and well. Help us guide us to be attentive to our lessons and help us understanding. We may use it in our upcoming activities and examinations. All this we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Kiamko. So, before we proceed our discussion class, let's have a short recapitulation of all the things that we have tackled in previous synchronous discussion. Okay, so may I call on Miss Blanche Togonon to share something in the class with what we have discussed uh, on our previous synchronous discussion. Yes, Miss Togonon.
Yes, sir. So, good afternoon. I'm very sorry for my awful voice due to my dry cough and tonsillitis, sir. So, last meeting, sir, we have discussed about the Darwinian revolution in which we tackled about the theory of evolution, the ideas from different theories like Lamarck and Darwin theory, and of course we also talk about the information revolution, and also we have the Mesoamerican revolution in which we define what is Mesoamerica and what are the countries considered as part of Mesoamerica and the first great civilizations in Mesoamerica. And lastly, we have the contributions of the different Mesoamerican civilizations. That would be all. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you so much, Miss Togonon. How about you, Jinlin Colipano? Do you want to add something about what Miss Togonon said earlier? Just any additional information. Miss Colipano, Jinlin?
Yes, sir. So the we also I think we also discussed about in addition to this branch, the different contributions of the Olmec, Mayan, so mga Mesoamerican civilizations, sir, then also the inventions, sir.
Okay, so thank you, Miss Colipano. Yes, last meeting, you've talked about the Darwinian Revolution, mainly the theory of Charles Darwin, which is the theory of natural selection, and of course the opposing theory. I mean the theory that also uh, has an impact before Darwin's theory, which is the theory of Jane Lamarck, which is the theory of disuse and use theory, and the theory of the acquired uh, inheritance. And also, you also talk about the different revolutions. Okay, so we have the information revolution, as what um, Ms. Calipano said and Ms. Tugunan said, the Mesoamerican Revolution, Asian Revolution, Middle East Revolution, and lastly we have the African Revolution. So now let's try to answer the preparation part of your course pack. Katong baguhay lang gihatag. Okay? So in the preparation, so question number 1, recall 5 Filipino inventions that made significant impact locally and globally. Okay, may I call on Amor Amilito? Na si Amor class? I think wala siya. So, how about Arnado? Jeneline?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Um, the five Filipino inventions that made the significant impact locally and globally are fluorescent by Agapito Flores, feminine hygiene by Dr. Virgilio Malang,
Mhm.
karaoke by Roberto Del Rosario, the incubator by Fidel Mondo, and the Luna Rover by Eduardo San Juan, sir. That would be all.
Uh, is there any answer or just kanang additional answer? May I call on Palermo? Trisha? Okay, so recall 5 Filipino inventions that made significant impact locally and globally.
Okay, sir. So the first one is incubator, which is invented by Fidel Mundo.
Mm-mm.
Second is the video phone, which is invented by Gregorio Zara. The third one is the single chip graphical user interface accelerator by Diosdado Banatao. Fourth is the erythromycin by Abelardo Aguilar. Then lastly, the alpha-basal land gas and superbunker formula by Rodi Lantano Sr. Sir.
Okay, so thank you so much, Trisha. Okay, so locally we have incubator, karaoke, feminine hygiene, alcohol diesel gas, and globally we have erythromycin, Quink Ink, single chip graphic interface accelerator, fluorescent, and incubator. Question number 2. So what government offices or departments that promotes developments of science and technology in the country? So kanang sa inyo lang mga nahibaw-an. So give me one. May I call on Lau Marvin? Okay, very good. How about Toledano? Stephanie?
Technology or the DS.
Again, Toledano?
Same as last, sir. The Department of Science and Technology, also known as DS.
Wala kay laing nahibaw-an miss mga another offices and departments of the government aside from the OST?
Maura ni siya ko ang familiar kayo, sir.
Okay, so
Mayroon na, sir.
thank you. May I call on Ikot Mian? Aside from the OST,
Information and Communications Technology Officer.
okay. So there are a lot of departments and offices or institutes. Okay. So first we have the Department of Science and Technology. So sa katanyong gi-mention ganina, Department of Environment Resources and Management or the DENR. the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, and we have the Philippine Nuclear Research Institute, or the PNRI, the Philippine Council for Health Research and Development, and lastly, we have the Philippine Council for Industry, Energy, and Emerging Technology Research and Development. So that's it, class. Then, question number three. Why do you think there are elementary and secondary schools which are offering a specialized science curriculum? So, this is more on in your own opinion. Okay, so may I hear answers from Roldan, Shireen Jave. So,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
good,
Good afternoon, sir.
good afternoon.
So, I I think there are elementary and secondary schools which are offering specialized science curriculum because science is essential to our lives and in the development of our society. It
Mm-mm.
will give the students the opportunity to learn how things are governed by science and how science and technology makes our world better. It will also develop students' critical thinking that is usable in their future endeavors. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you, Miss Roldan. Okay, so for me, class, I think elementary and secondary education implements specialized science curriculum because they envision the students with higher aptitude for science to develop, diba? They wanted to polish the scientific literacy of the child farther than the basics. Since it takes time for the scientific skills to flourish, schools encourage their children with higher aptitude in science to enroll such courses. Children, especially in basic and secondary education, acquiring problem solving skills, scientifically literate, perceptive, with excellent reasoning skills, and valued, appreciated, and should be cultivated early on. So, and that's it. And allowing for these kind of children to pursue their talents further, they are the hope of society, the next generation of scientists, di ba? So the time it takes for scientists to become expert in their field of study ranges from a decade or two allotted for their research. The same goes to this special science curriculum class, shaping students to be scientifically inclined. Okay? Doing so would require much effort and time, but the profit of this all is scientific literacy, which a student uses to monopolize themselves on top of the discipline they choose to take part of. So, mauna ang importante nga nung na ay um, mga eskwelahan nga ga-offer or nga nung ang elementary o secondary schools offering specialized science curriculum. Okay? So now, this afternoon, we will talk about the science and technology and nation building. So the relationship between science and technology, what is the role of science and technology in nation building? So before that, let's have first an activity. I wait. Yeah. Uh, I forget my objectives. So for the objectives of this lesson, first you will able to identify the different DOST research and development councils and institutes and their different functions to the society. Second, you will be able to explain the linkages between the government, academic, and industry in relation to nation building by means of participating in the discussion. Then discuss the development of science and technology in the Philippines within the different historical time frame, and we will able to summarize the purpose of the creation of the following accelerated research and development program by means of a table. Then you will also you will be able to organize using a matrix the functions provided by the different DOST councils, institutes, and scientific technological services to the society, and appreciate the importance of the different agencies and programs of the government that promotes effective nation building by participating in a discussion. And lastly, you will able to articulate reflective realization on the importance of science and technology as a mean product for nation building by means of oral recitation. So that's our objective for this afternoon. So, as I said earlier, we will have an activity. So, this activity is entitled 3A's, which is the analyze, arrange, and answer. Okay, so for the mechanics of this activity class, what you need to do is to analyze the picture presented and then arrange the jumbled words. And then as you arrange the jumbled words, there's the time that you will answer. Okay, so to start, let's proceed to the picture number one. Okay, so may I call on Galardo Shanin.
Good afternoon, sir. Um, nation building, sir.
Very good. So this picture portrays nation building. Okay, how about this one? May I ask Olsi?
Innovation, sir.
Very good. So this is innovations. How about this one? May I call on Valencia? Kayla?
Researcher, sir.
Researcher? Okay, that's research. How about this one? May I call on Amilito? Amor? Okay, okay. Okay. Sige dong. Okay, may I call on Colipano Dayan Marie?
Development, sir.
Very good. That is development. Sa'yo pang spelling. Okay, this one. May I call on, kasi pa wala matawag na ka-class. Duwazo. Rhea May. Duwazo. Hello, Duwazo. Yes? Yes, miss. You are audible, miss.
Academe, sir.
Yes, this is academe. Very good. Sorry. Okay, this one. Naglag akong laptop. Okay, may I call on Kiamko? Ayan.
Yes, sir. The answer is industry.
Okay, very good. So this is industry. And then, last one. May I call on... Kinsa pa ako nakamatawag, class. Colipano Jenlin. Arin lang tani koan. Coming Sheila May. Bago siya ni sulod, class. Miss Coming. Okay. Who's raising their hands?
Lipano, sir.
Yes, Colipano.
Science and technology, sir.
Very good. So this is science and technology. Okay, so mura ta tong activity, class. So this afternoon, we will talk first the research, development, and innovation linking government, academia, and industry. So how research and development linked this three sector of our society, which is the government, the academic, and the industry. So for the question number one, so explain and discuss in your own interpretation how research, development, and innovation linked government, academe, and industry. So, may I hear your words, Miss Toledano Stephanie, about the illustration?
Okay. For me, sir, the government,
Mhm.
industry, and academe are the pillars in establishing strong industry research and development,
Mhm.
and they are related to one another to help, support, and guide to achieve success and improvement. So, when it comes to research and development, and this constituent act and believe as one that making a research and development towards betterment for everyone. That's all, sir.
Okay, so, napay lang yung answer diya. Do you have something to say, Miss Ikot Mian?
The the government gives grants and aid and provides scholarship to the academe in order to give quality education to everyone possible. Also, this is sector which is the government involves in science and technology intervention and startup for the industry. Then the academe provides students or graduates that do the research and development that the government is funding for. And for the industry, the academe does commercialization. Lastly, the industry involves in the economic distribution of the country and employment, sir.
Okay, so thank you so much, Ikot Mian and Toledano Stephanie. All your answers were correct. So, yes, so the government does the funding of the academe for its research. Okay, well, the research the academe is making class, okay, is making, okay, will be made available as a product to the industry. Okay, so there's mura bitag vice versa and symbiotic relationship between these three sector of our society, class. So, for example, like the DOST, which is the government, so one of the government agencies who gives scholarships to the students who wanted to pursue sciences or any science courses and engineering. So they fund the students or the academe for their studies, hoping that one day they will make a significant impact to the industry and to the society. Okay? So, and if na sila sa industry class, they will pay taxes. Okay? Or they will have an economic contribution by means of paying taxes to the government. So, in ana lang na siya class. Kita, pa-eskwela ta sa government, we are enjoying this free tuition fee para sa naglaom ang government nga naa sila'y makuha something nato. We will become an asset in the future sa government and in the industry. Okay? Maybe some of us, labo na kamo as science majors, maybe you will naanya mo research and that research will outcome a product nga impactful kaayo sa industry and the society. So, wala jud na usik ang kwarta sa government nga gigasto sa inyuha kung puhon na namoy makam up nga product nga gamit kaayo sa development sa ato ang society. So, in ana ang relationship between the government, so si government muhatag siya og mga kwarta, muhatag siya og tanang nga panginahanglan sa academe. And in return, si academe sad to the government. So, iya sang ipakita nga naa siya ka ng naa siya na publish, naa siya mga products, naa siya na invent, naa siya research na napahimuslan. Okay? And si industry sad, so si industry mo produce og mga employees or employment sa academe. And si academe mo produce og mga products na pwedeng magamit sa industry. Okay? So, that's the relationship between these three class. Okay, so nasabtan ra class. And we have the definition of research and development. Okay, so it is comprising of creative work undertaken on systemic basis in order to increase the stock of knowledge, including knowledge of man, culture, and society, and the use of the stock of knowledge to devise new applications. While innovation is defined as a process, product, or service that is new, original, or improved, which creates social and economic value. Okay, number uh, next slide. Okay, so we have the factors or the uh, murabag kanang important factors nga ma-enable si research, si development and innovation. So unsa may mga kinahanglan para mapwede si research, development and innovation? First, we have the human resource development. Second, we have the harmonized national R&D agenda. Third, we have the facilities. Fourth, we have the technology transfer. And lastly, we have the policies and strategies nga naman class. So you cannot have research and development and innovation that are not in the harmonized national or your research or your products are not aligned in the harmonized national R&D agenda. For example lang, so dili ka kamugna og research o produkto nga dili haom sa harmonized national R&D agenda and dili pud na nimo siya ma-enable kung walay facilities and also kung dili siya ma-commercialize sa industry. Okay? So mao na siya ang mga kinahanglan. So what are the laws or provisions pertains to science and technology undergraduate scholarship program? So do you have any idea on these laws? May I call on Tuwazo? Duwazo? I assume class that you have already read the materials provided to you in the Google Classroom, so that whenever I ask you, you will have a prior knowledge of the discussion. May I ask Palermo Tricia? Somebody is raising their hands. Yes, Kiamko? Yes, Kiamko.
Yes, sir, for me, there are three of them, and
Mhm.
one of it is the RO method, which the scholarships are awarded to the poor and talented and deserving students.
Okay. So, how about, yes, Colipano? Gian Marie, are you raising your hand? Okay, class. So, these are, hello? So these are the laws or the provision pertains to science and technology undergraduate scholarship program. So we have the Republic Act of 7687 that states that scholarships are awarded to poor, talented, and deserving students who belong to families whose socio-economic status do not exceed the set values of certain indicators. So what does it mean, class? Okay, so this law supported poor yet smart students to avail free education. Maybe we are also beneficiary to the merits of this law. We are being granted to study with our chosen course freely in a certain known and prestigious university. So just like uh, in CTU Danao campus, di ba? So kita mga scholars ta, we are funded by the government. Wala tay tuition na gibayaran. Okay, so the government likewise will choose students that are also deserving. The government will not settle for less class. So mao na ang atong entrance exam, ang atong interview, dili sa jud basta-basta. And kung makapasar man lang gani ka sa imong gipili nga course, so you will be uh, kanang muagi pa ka og mga tinaktakay nga stages. Okay, muagi pa kag mga hinashasay. So, they will choose the best students that are competitive, smart, skillful, and talented. So, mao na ang pilion sa government. So, nganong best students man? Para dili mausik ang kwarta nga ilang gi-provide sa atua or sa CHED. Okay? And also, for the government could benefited from us para sad naa si makuha nga kaayo ang government sa atua. Next law, we have the Republic Act of 2067 or the merit. Okay, so scholarships are awarded to students with high aptitude in science and mathematics and willing to pursue fields of science and technology. Okay, so this law points out to support students who are not just articulately passionate on science and mathematics, but with high aptitude with this particular subject class. So, like the DOST, they granted scholars with cash assistance of 7K a month. So, mao masiguro na ang paagi sa DOST nga mohatag sila og 7K a month sa ilang mga scholars, di ba? And in return, these scholars would pay back or would render 5 years of service in any government agency or companies. Then we have the Republic Act of 10612. So the Fast Track Science and Technology Scholarship Act of 2013. Okay, so unsa ba na siya nga law, sir? So this law aims to strengthen the country's science and technology education by fast-tracking graduates in the science, mathematics, and engineering who shall teach science and mathematics in secondary schools throughout the country. So, kuan sad kanang kini nga law is kuan siya kanang ga-focus lang siya or pwede siya sa katong mga estudyante nga gikuha courses mga science and mathematics related nga mga course. So dili gani mathematics ug science related nga mga course, so dili ka ka-avail ani nga scholarship. So unsa may buhaton ani nila? Unsa man ni siya nga law, unsa may provision ani niya. So i-fast track ni sila ang mga estudyante ha, kini nga mga estudyante nga nikuha ani nga mga kurso ha, okay, suportaan, okay, tigag financial assistance para in the future ma-secure nga sila magtudlo og kanang math and science subjects. Okay? So mao na ang Republic Act of 10612. Okay? Now we have the Science and Technology Graduate Scholarship Program. Okay, so kini sad is mo na siya ang mga scholarship sa mga graduates na. So speaking of graduate scholarship, so mo na siya ang mga scholarship sa mga makuha og masters and doctoral degree. Okay? So we have the ESTHRD. So we have the Accelerated Science and Technology Human Resource Development Program and ERDT or the Engineering Research and Development for Technology. So disregard lang ang kining balik sa this program class because it is not part of the graduate scholarship program provided by the government. It's just a program later on ako na siyang i-discuss. So let's tackle first about the ESTHRD. So unsa na siya, sir? Okay, so ESTHRD class, it is a unified and innovative human resource program aimed at accelerating the production of high-level human resources by awarding master's and PhD scholarship grants to eligible individuals who will fill in the gaps, the identified areas of science and technology. Okay? Together with the OST councils and other higher education institutions, the ESTHRD is implemented by awarding students free tuition and other school fees, stipends, book allowances, group accident insurance, thesis or dissertation fundings, and transportation allowance for those who will study outside their home province. So say for example, nag-graduate na ka sa imong bachelor degree and you want to um, take master's degree sa LaSalle University or sa UP Diliman University. Okay, so you will go outside from your home province. So, ikaw as mukuha ka og master's and doctoral degree, so you have to, I think, apply in this program granted by this program. I mean, you need to apply the scholarship granted by this program. Okay, para ikaw masuportahan ka sa imong mga panginahanglan. So, the same like the same with the ERDT. Okay, so unsa man sa nang ERDT? So, ERDT class, it is uh, wait for a while. So, it is a consortium. Okay, it's a consortium of 8 Philippine universities that offer master's and doctorate degrees in a various engineering fields. So, kini sad siya nga program, okay, ga-focus lang ni siya sa katong mga engineers. Okay, engineers nga makuha sa master's and doctorate degree. Okay, so unsa may goals sa ERDT, sir? Okay, so first goal sa ERDT is to implement high impact research or dissertations uh, that are aligned with the development plan of the Philippines. So, dapat ikaw as member of the ERDT, you have a dissertation. Ang imong dissertation is dapat naka-align siya sa development plan of the Philippines. Then, as member of this program, you need to contribute in attaining a critical mass of graduates with master's and doctorate degrees. So, dapat paningkamutan nimo nga ikaw makahuman ka sa imong field or sa imong degrees as masters and doctors. Then, upgrade the qualification of practicing engineers, upgrade the quality of engineering colleges, and make engineering graduate education accessible, and help in developing a culture of research and development in the country. So, mao nang imuhang mission as member of ERDT. Okay? So, mao na siya, class. Then, we have the Balik Scientist Program. So, ako lang na siyang i-include diri, but actually, it is not part of the Graduate Scholarship Program. So, unsa man ang Balik Scientist Program, sir? Okay, so Balik Scientist Program, class, it is established or it is being established from the Department of Science and Technology. This kind of program encourages Filipino scientists, technologists, and experts to return to the country and share their expertise in order to promote scientific, agri-industrial, and economic development. So the BSP also aims to support and strengthen the scientific and technological human resources in the Philippines. So, kini nga programa is giawhag tong mga scientist nato nga milangyaw sa laing nasod nga pabalikon din sa tuang nasod para ilang i-offer, ilang i-share ang ilang mga nahibaw-an, okay, para sa kalambuan sa tuang nasod. So, dako ang incentive, anak class, once you are saying yes to the contract of the government. So, more or less, mga millions ang imuhang madawat, anak. Okay? So, kung sa may mga qualifications ani nila, sir, nga pwede aning nga program. So, Balik Scientist is a science and technology expert who is a Filipino citizen or a foreign of a foreigner of a Filipino descent, residing abroad and contracted by the government to return and work in the Philippines along his or her field of expertise. So, pwede siya Filipino citizen or kanang foreigner siya pero kanang iyang mama or iyang kuan kay kanang Filipino. Dito lang siya nagdako sa gawas. So, pwede na sila. So, the program serves as a tool for the strengthening of the country's scientific and technological human resources. Balik Scientist program have been instrumental in providing solutions to national concerns, especially in areas where there are limited experts residing in the country. So, mao na siya class. Ang uh, ang Balik Scientist program. Now, let's proceed to this illustration. Okay, so see, we have the ESTHRD and ERDT. So we compare sila, no? So in 105 disciplines, okay, so ang ESTHRDP awarded scholarships for masters. We have 4,335 grantees, and sa doctorate we have 889. So along the years, so nang-graduate na sila. So ang nag-graduate na lang class out of 4,000 plus, ang sa masters kay 1,982 masters, while the PhD out of 889 nga gitigag scholarship, 250 PhD na lang. So unsa may factor ani class, maybe wala ni tiwas or basin kanang naalay mga wala ka pass sa ilang mga dissertations, sa ilang mga libro, okay, na pending pa. So mao na siya. And we have the ERDT. So out of awarded scholarships sa katong mga nakadawat sa scholar as a scholarship, so we have 2,244 masters, while the PhD kay 366. So pag graduate na, so ni os-os, di ba? So out of 2,000 plus, 894 masters na lang ang nag-graduate, while out of 366, 99 PhD na lang. So mao na siya. So the blue stands for master's degree and the orange stands for the doctorate degree. So that is around the year 2008 to 2017 pa na siya. Now, what is Harmonized National R&D Agenda class? So do you have any idea of this? What is Harmonized National R&D Agenda? Any idea lang class? Okay, so para dili kay ma-monopolize na ko ang discussion, so me I call on Jenlyn Colipano.
Pardon, sir?
So do you have any idea or any insights and thoughts about what is Harmonized National R&D Agenda?
So, harmonized national R&D agenda, sir, is composed of agriculture, natural resources, health, industry, energy, and emerging technology, also the DRRCCA, and the National Integrated Basic Research Agenda. So, mo na ang ilang mga nabuhat, and it is aiming for the ambition natin 2040 by malasapit pagbabago at kaunlaran programs.
Mm-mm. So thank you Colipano, Jenlyn. Okay, so the Harmonized National R&D Agenda class is aligned with the ambition natin 2040, that is matatag, maginhawa, at panatag na buhay para sa lahat. And it has a 3 pillars, okay? We have the Malasakit, which stands for enhancing social fabric. We have the Pagbabago, that stands for reducing inequality. And we have the Kaunlaran, that stands for increasing potential growth. Okay? Ambition natin 2040 and the 3 pillars form the foundation for more inclusive growth a high trust and resilient society, and globally competitive knowledge economy. Okay, so the Harmonized National Research and Development Agenda class is prepared by the DOST to provide innovative solutions that benefit Filipinos, particularly the poor, through a problem-focused approach to multidisciplinary and multi-institutional research and development collaborations. Now, this Harmonized National R&D Agenda has five major sections, okay? First section, we have the agriculture, aquatic, and natural resources, or the EENR. The second, we have health. Third, we have industry, energy, and emerging technology. The fourth one, we have the DRRCCA. And the last one, we have the NEBRA. Okay, so naunsa man sir pagmugna ang kining Harmonized National R&D Agenda. Okay, so the Philippine Development Plan class for 2017 to 2022, that is the administration of President Rodrigo Duterte, okay? So that is the country's blueprint for economic development under his administration, kanang Philippine Development Plan. So the plan aims for inclusive growth, high trust and resilient society, and competitive economy. So, recognizing the importance of rural sector, productivity, and environmental security to inclusive economic growth, the PDP also targets to increase investments in research and development. So, mauna siya, the DOST initiated the development of the Harmonized National R&D Agenda. Kay gusto man sa iyang administration, gusto sa PDP nga dili lang sila mo focus ngadto sa mga rural sector, productivity and environmental security para lang na ay inclusive economic growth, but ilang gitiga ang mas importansya sa kining administration ang research and development. Okay, so ang katong mga councils and institutes of DOST, they have different programs uh, that governs the academy, the industry, and the government to to have uh, to have a product or a research para aning harmonized national R&D agenda. Okay, so ikaw sad as a student, as a part of the academy, kung nakaka-i-publish nga research, dapat muhaong siya sa unsay naa sa Harmonized National R&D Agenda. Dapat sad ang imong research dili siya mogawas ana nganuman class para pohon if ever gani efficient or effective na ang imong research, naana siya dako nga oportunidad, dako nga opportunity nga malihok na siya, mahimo na siyang output sa academy niya, masud na siya sa Harmonized National R&D Agenda, and dako kana siya tabang sa ato ang society and sa industry. So dapat nasud siya sa kini nga mga section nga ako ang dimension. Okay, so mao na ang kuan, mao na ang giawhag sa DOST. So that's it class about the Harmonized National R&D Agenda. And now let's proceed to the evolution of the rule of R&D. So do you have any idea what are the evolution of the rule of R&D? Okay, may I call on yes, Tugonon Blanche.
Yes, sir. So, ang kanang once sir, ang R&D sir, kinasiya to look up options sir, which are the teaching-centric, the peer-centric, and the society-centric sir. In ang teaching-centric sir, ay ang R&D conducted to improve teaching and capacity building. And sa peer-centric sir, R&D conducted to the overall scientific knowledge. And lastly, ang society-centric survey, R&D as a tool for positive societal change.
Okay, so thank you, Ms. Tugonan. So those are correct. So first, we have that teaching centric. So unsa man yung teaching centric na evolution of the rule and of the rule of R&D, sir. So the integration of research class and development in the academe, R&D aims to produce and promote good quality and competitive students. Research and development aims to produce student-centered way of teaching. Okay, so let the students discover their passion, their talents, and skills. Let the students learn from their own curiosity of academic learning. Research and development aims to produce and provide well-calibrated teaching learning facilities in order to meet the needs of the quality learners. And part of R&D, the institutions should also provide quality teachers who are not just masters and doctors in their subject matter, but also competitive. Okay, so mao na siya ang teaching centric. So that's why importante kay na no ang ranking sa university. So the CTU kay kuan siya ng rank 7 siya sa whole Philippines. Okay, so that's it. So mo na ang ngilngig kayo ang CTU class kay kanasud siya sa top 7 among the kanang daghan kay nga university sa tibuok Pilipinas. Then importante sad kayo ang number of PhD sa matag university class, and also the passing rate of the kanang mga mutake o mga board exam. Okay? Then we have per-centric. Okay? So R&D conducted to contribute to the overall scientific knowledge. So R&D aims nga ang university or ang academe is naagad sila ma-publish, okay, na ay publications, na ay patents or mga products and inventions, impact factors, citations, H-index, and SES. Lastly, we have society-centric. So R&D as a tool for positive societal change. So R&D aims that ang kana nga product na na-commercialize sa industry class, it should have an impact assessment. What do you mean by impact assessment? That mean that ang kini nga product mapahimuslan ba siya sa mga tao? Okay? Or kanang naa ba siya kanang good quality? Okay? So na listen ba ang mga buluhaton sa mga tao tungod kay ni gamit siya ani nga product? Okay? So naay impact assessment and economic gain. So kini bang produktuha is naa ba na siya dako nga profit sa market? So that's it. So that is society centric. So mo na ang evolution of the rule of R&D. Okay. Now let's proceed to kini. What are the accelerated R&D program of the government for capacity building of research and development institutions and industrial competitiveness? How these programs are so important in nation building. Okay, so I know nga kay balo mo ani class and you have also a background on this. Hopefully nibasa mo sa notes. Okay, so may I call on, give me one. Lau Marvin. Wala si Lau. Okay, may I call on Colipano Dayan Marie.
So, for one, sir, we have the NICER, or agency centers in the region for research and development. This established research and development centers in the region in order to promote regional development.
Okay, so we have NICER or the niche centers in the region. So yes, it accelerates industrial competitiveness by capacitating HEIs in the regions to undertake quality research that will promote regional development. Okay, to explain further, so the NICER program class capacitates higher education institutions in the regions to make significant improvement in regional research by integrating its development needs with the existing R&D capabilities and resources. It provides institutional grants for HEIs in the regions for R&D capacity building to improve their science and technology infrastructure. And the NICER program was established in consultation with the academe and industry and endorsed by the Regional Development Council. Hence, NICER is a unique center for collaborative R&D to address specific science and technology needs of local communities and industries, thereby accelerating regional development. Okay, so this program class encourages HEIs in the region to enhance and make significant improvement in their regional research by collaborating with the industry. Murabag, si NICER class kay usa ka location or usa ka kahimutangan kung asa mag-abot si academe o si industry para sa usa ka project. Si niche, I mean, si NICER ang mupahiluna sa mga nasabutang proyekto between sa academe o sa industry. So, si academe ang mo-provide of blueprint and publication sa product. Siya ang mubuhat og research about sa product niya. Si industry ang mo-provide og mga raw materials on that product nga ilang tabangan para on that way that product will contribute regional development. Okay, so naay mga NICER din sa ato ang different regions. So naay NICER din sa region 7, region 8, region 9, and region 10. So mao na ang purpose sa NICER program. Okay, so by the way class, do you have any clarifications and questions nga topic or mga pang-istorya na nato nga wala kayo niyo ma-clarify or masabtan? Okay, so let's proceed. We have RD lead. Okay, so do you have any idea what is RD lead class? Yes, Shireen, Jay, Roldan.
Sir, to the R&D leadership program, sir, they engage in business development to lead and strengthening the research capabilities of higher education institutions and research development institutions. And the RD lead also provides networking, experts, and highly qualified individuals with strong leadership, management, and innovative policy making skills to be in charge of boosting the research capacity of the HGIS or the higher education institutions, the MGAS, and the RDIS in the region, sir. That's all.
Okay, so thank you, Miss Shireen. So RD lead class engage experts with strong leadership management and innovative policy making proficiencies to be in charge of strengthening the research capabilities of the HEIs. Okay, so RD lead, RD lead improves and hasten the use of research that will contribute to the socio-economic development of the country and help address pressing challenges. And sila pod ang mo strengthen no further the research capabilities of the academe, research and development institution and other government line agencies nationwide. To this end, RD leaders who are local and who are local science and technology experts with strong leadership and innovative policy proficiencies, are engaged to train and direct and support their R&D goals depending on the R&D needs of the academic. Okay, so to understand further about RD Lead Class, si RD Lead Class, siya ang programa nga gakol sa tanang experts, okay, to promote and capacitate researches from the academic. As leaders, di ba, leaders na sila, as leaders, sila ang mangunay og awhag sa academic, sa RDIs o sa other government line agencies to develop researches with innovative products na mapahimuslan sa society and industry nga naay developmental impact. So that is RD Lead is all about. Okay? Now let's have the cradle. Okay, so do you have any idea of is cradle? Yes, now Marvin. Okay, so thank you, Lau, Marvin. So, Cradle, it is a collaborative research and development to leverage Philippine economy. Now, it creates a synergistic relationship between the academe and the industry with the goal of invigorating R&D. So, sakto tong giingon ni Marvin. So, the Cradle program class aims to enable technological advancement and innovation of local companies and to support the growth of the Philippine innovation ecosystem. Through the program, the academe or the RDI, okay, or the Research and Development Institutes, in partnership with a Filipino company, undertakes research and development to improve the company's product, processes, and services to become more competitive in the respective industries. Okay, so beneficiary companies under this program must provide at least 20% counterpart funding and commit to adopt the technology that will be developed. So, dili lang pod ang whole fund sa kini nga program ang ihatag, but also ang company sad mo contribute sad og 20% sa funding. Now, unsa man jud ni siyang Cradle? So Cradle is a program that binds between the academe og the industry class. The academe will assist the industry to leverage its products, services, and processes in making the product. How? The academe will undergo research that will enhance not just the assets of the company or the industry, but most likely to enhance its product. So maningkamot si academe nga magbuhat siya og research, magbuhat siya og mga publications para mapanindot ang produkto sa usa ka kumpanya. So mao ni buhaton sa academe. So by doing this synergistic relationship, both academe and industry will contribute the growth and development of the country. So mao na siya class na ay pagtinabangay. Okay? Now let's move on to the BIST or the Business Innovation through S&T for Industry program. Okay, so do you have any idea or insights about this program? May I call on, yes, Galardo, Shanine.
BIST or Business Innovation through SNT
adoption of strategic and relevant technologies by Filipino companies to support research and development of the Philippines. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you so much, Shanine. So, BIST, it leveled up the Philippine industrial sector through the industry, R&D, and acquisition of strategic and relevant technologies to enhance their technology level and production processes. So, ang kini sa nga program class is that kini si kini si BIST mo provide na siya og fund, mo provide na siya og kwarta sa private Filipino company. Now, ang kana nga fund is for example kasa ang government or ang kini nga program is ni provide siya og 1 million pesos sa San Miguel Corporation. Okay, so maingon na si BIST. O sige San Miguel, tigaan ti ka og 1 million pesos. Ipalit na siyang equipments, ipalit na siyang mga high-tech equipments para mapadali ang inyong pag-process sa inyong produkto diha. Kay dako kay impact sa economy ang inyong produkto. Kay daghang palahubog sa Pilipinas. Okay, so inana siya class. So makita man jud na class kung unsa nga company ang dako kay contribution bitaw class sa economy, no? Tungod silang product ba. So mo na ang government mo fund na sila og mga kwarta para suportaan ang industry nga makapalit sila og mga bag-o nga mga machines and equipments para ma-enhance nilang ilang produkto, mapadali sa ilang pag-process silang produkto. And the more nga daghan sila ma-produce, the more paspas ang production, the more dali o kusog musod ang kwarta. So that's it. So mao na ang impact or ang tabang sa government sa industry. Okay? So that is BIST. Now, let's proceed to the FEC or the FEC or the Philippine Innovation Entrepreneurship Corp. So, unsa ka ni siya? So, do you have any idea about this program? May I call on Kuming Sheila. Kuming Sheila. Kuming Sheila May. How about Digamo? Mary Faye. Okay, so FEC class is it is an experiential training program for researchers to rapidly define the commercial and societal value of their research, working with teams built around 10 DOST funded principal investigators or research and development institute project leads. Okay, so to explain further, ang FEC class, it is a program that provides a group of Filipino researchers, experimenters, and innovators and experiential training. Now, what is experiential training class? Experiential training is a kind of training where this group of innovators are taught on the present day situation of industry. They were taught on the present demands for our industry or for our society. So, itudluan sila class kung unsa ang produkto nga demand karon sa ato ang society, unsa ang produkto nga kanang ginagamit kayo sa mga tao, or ituluan sila nga kanang mas demand kayo ang cellphone karon kaya ang tanang tao most likely na nadyo yung mga cellphone, di ba? So they were taught on what kind of innovative product that gains so much profit and has a big impact on the society. They were also taught on different strategies on how to commercialize and value their products by means of how it will fit the needs of man. So by means of how it will fit the needs of the society, or do these products have a longer lifespan, or it is durable ba? Okay? So all these things are being trained and learned by this group of people who are innovators for change, who are innovators for the future of our country. Okay? This group of people class are being monitored and guided by experts from DOST. Their ideal products are then being supervised by these experts, and these experts would eventually the one to consider the products to be funded and commercialized. So, ang mo na siya ang fact. Okay, so kung ikaw, inventor ka, so pwede rin jud ka mo-appeal ang ilang nga program, mo-appeal ani nga grupo. Okay? Ngadto kay i-train ka, tudloan kag mga strategy, tudloan ka og mga kanang unsaon pag-commercialize sa imong product. So, mao na siya ang fact. Now, let's proceed to fast track. Okay, so what is fast track? Do you have any idea of what is fast track? Yes, Toledano. Stephanie.
Fast track, sir, or the funding assistance for spin-off at translation of research and advancing commercialization program. It is a funding program established to bridge the gap between the R&D and the commercialization of IERD funded technology.
Okay, so fast track, yes, sakto to imong giingon, Miss Stephanie. So, it is a research technology focused program established to bridge the gap between R&D and commercialization of DOST PCI EERD funded technologies. Is designed to translate research outputs into market ready products, or simulate a startup operation through a spin-off project for a period of 1 year. Now, si Fast Track is a funding assistance program that qualify research outputs into market-ready products. Okay? So, this is a program that sets ready sa research output from the academe, or from this, for example, from the fact, okay, from the fact na pwede na ma-commercialize sa industry. Siya ang programa nga murabag muhatag og go signal nga pwede na ibutang og ma-integrate ang product sa industry, or mo decide nga kinahanglan pa i-simulate or testingan for a period of 1 year, and after i-simulate, then diha na sad sila mo decide if kana nga product pwede na siya ma-commercialize sa industry. Okay? So sama sa UP Diliman, o nga kanang nanasilay kanang na-launch nga mga product, no? So gi-aprobahan na sa fast track ng ilang Fish Eye, Charm M, Kamote, and Smarty Surface. Okay? So mao na ang ilahang mga product nga kanang na kuan na bitaw, murag na undergo na og simulation. Yeah, kuan kanang na kuan na sad kanang na-integrate and na-commercialize na po siya sa industry. So mao na ang rules sa fast track klasa. So hopefully you get the point of what is fast track. Okay? Now let's proceed to impact. So unsa masaning impact? What is impact? Yes, Arnado Janilin.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. So the IMPACT, or the IT Management Program for academic institutions commercializing technologies. So it is established in order to capacitate and assist universities in setting up their technology transfer processes to facilitate commercialization of university-owned technologies. That would be all.
Okay, so thank you so much, Janlyn. So, ang Impact Class, siya ang programa sa PCEERD kung asa iyang tabangan ang mga universities o ang mga academic institution sa pag-integrate sa produkto sa ilang mga research to the industry or to the market. Kining programa ha class, kining impact, mao'y mopahiluna o mo-facilitate sa commercialization process sa produkto nga panag-iya sa different university. Okay? So for example, ang CTU Danao Campus kay naka-publish og research with an impactful nga product. So let's say for example ang class. So the CTU Danao will ask assistance for this program in order that the product innovated will be promoted and commercialized into the industry or into the market. Okay? So, the fan assistance nga makuha sa CTO should aim to establish processes and policies on technology commercialization in universities to jumpstart the commercialization of university-owned technologies through protection, assessment, and audit. And then lastly, to support the promotion of university-owned technologies. So, mao na ang gamit sa fundings. Okay, so mao na siyang impact class. Siya ang kanang mo-assist nato if naatay gusto nga ipa-commercialize sa industry. Okay? Then we have the venture financing program. Okay, so venture financing program class. So, mao ni siya ang program where it is being established by TAPI, okay, or the Technology Application and Promotion Institute. So, this program is established in order to hurry or to speed up the commercialization, promotion, and dissemination of the innovative technologies or inventions by providing the necessary funding support to the technology-based startup projects kay dili man mapaspasan ang pag-commercialize, ang pag-promote ug ang pag-disseminate sa mga products kung walay budget and kung wala sad ang tao nga maoy mag-supervise sa paghatag sa budget. Okay? So mao na ang venture financing program. Then we have the Technology Transfer Act of 2009. So it is an act providing the framework and support system for the ownership, management, use, and commercialization of intellectual property generated from research and development funded by government and for other purposes. So, unsa na ng technology transfer, sir? So, technology transfer, it is in the context of research institution. It is the process by which new inventions and other innovations created in those institutions, labs, are turned into products and commercialized. So this is typically done in two ways, through licensing patented intellectual property to corporations and the creation of startup companies, which also often license the intellectual property created by the faculty. So technology transfer class is very important to ensure that the company's innovation becomes commercialized. For university, technology transfer may help improve research and the prestige of the institution, its scientists, and innovation. And tech transfer also, or technology transfer, can be good for an economy through innovation, new ventures, and job creation. And lastly, it is continuously charging and advancing, and there are countless benefits that have come because of this advancement. Okay? So, that is technology transfer. Then we have the technology innovation for commercialization. So it is being developed by the DOST with the aim to create a mechanism to fast track the market readiness of innovations and technologies developed by the local supported science and technology communities. Then we have the flood hazard map. We have the medical implant access ni system. So, mao na ni siya class ang mga product nga na-invent sa or na come up sa lain-laing company and na commercialize na ni siya sa industry. Okay, so sama aning access ni system. So it is invented by Dr. Ramon Bustillo and some other group of engineers. No, para ni sa tuhod class. No? Then we have the Biotech M or the Dingy Kit. So kini siya is it is being supported by the TAPI. Okay, so it is being invented by Dr. Raul Distura and nakadaog biya ni siya class sa exhibition sa Geneva. Okay, so gold award din siya and it is 100% Filipino design and locally developed technology. Then we have the biofertilizer and plant growth enhancer. We have the Carrageenan plant growth promoter. So maupod ni siya para sa ato ang mga tanom, para sa ato ang mga plants. So product po ni siya nga kanang product of the research no nga naadyo impact nga in terms sa agriculture. Kini siya sa class is the Vigormin. So mao ni siya ang pampawagtang sa kanang baho sa mga kanal. Okay, imo lang na siyang yab-an og powder diha. So ma-eliminate na to ang bad odor. Okay, so it somehow like kanang walay masakit or like kung makahanggap ka is dili siya baho. Okay, so it's also kanang murag ma-minimize ang pollution. Then we have the One Lab. So it is a network of laboratories anchored on an IT platform which broadens public access to testing and calibration services at a single touch point. So then we have One Expert. So kini One Expert class, mura na siya website sa DOST. So tanang mga publication sa DOST class is naa diri sa One Expert. Kung mangita ka about unsay mga product or unsay mga programs sa mga different councils sa DOST, silang mga activities and events, and ilahang mga ilahang mga status is naadri naka-uploaded or naadri sa One Expert. Then we have the setup science and technology innovation for MSMEs. So for example class, kini siya nga program class is for example naa kay negosyo like you are nagtukod ka og bakery. So you are also encouraged nga mo avail ani nga setup program. Okay? So unsa may buhaton ani nila. So ikaw tigaan ka og fund para makapalit ka og mga equipments, mga new equipments na mga kanang makapa-enhance sa imong negosyo. Okay? So tigaan ka nilag funds nga imbis kaldero imong gigamit sa pag-bake, papaliton kanila o kanang oven. Okay? So para sa naay murag changes sa imong business and you will profit that one. Then we have One Store. So One Store provides customer with an effortless shopping experience and retailers with simple and direct access to one of the largest customer base system in the Philippines. It helps the DOST-assisted micro, small, and medium enterprises widen the scope of their target market. Okay? So, my last question to you class. So, nakoy pangutanan ninyo. And since dili man nato ma-cover tanan, so dapat tay DOST innovations katong ikaduha nga topic. So, as a science student class, what and how important is science and technology in research and development and in nation building? So before we end, so mauna akong pangutanan ninyo and I want usa lang sa inyo ha ang mutubag ani. And me I call on Olsi. How about Dumigera? So, science and technology class is very important in the aspect that it gives a physical and tangible appearance for our research as a product, diba? So this product will somehow create an impact, or it will somehow contribute changes in the industry and to the people lived in the industry. As this product is commercially integrated in the society and in the industry, uh, gradual changes and development of the society will follow, diba? The products will not just add and provide convenience, but also profit and economic contribution to the country. And by that way, nation building uh, is evidently possible. So that is how important science and technology in nation building. Okay? So I think that's all for today class since it is already time. I hope you have learned something out of our discussion. And with regard to the subtopic, katong kining DOST Innovation, Research and Development. So just watch the video presentation posted by Ma'am Lynn sa Google Classroom na nga to sa presentation nga part. Okay? So watch that video and we will discuss it next meeting. Okay? Excuse me. Yes, ma'am.
I would like to understand that last meeting it took place Tuesday, so everybody has to be there. And this topic posted by Secretano, the U.S. Innovation currently is consider or focus on the different councils and institutes there. All those they have the same functions, but they focus on different things. So try to identify what are their like what is the research that they do, what type of products are those services that institutes the centers ang ilangang focus. Okay? And then we posted an assignment as well as part of the continuation after my last parts of video wherein we are if you're able to scan the notes given to you in the presentation, that after the colonial period or the post-colonial period, when the Philippines gained already its independence, science and technology continue to develop. And in the assignment, you will be identifying what are the science and technology contributions of the different administrations, meaning of the different presidents, starting from President Aquino to the outgoing president, President Duterte. Okay, just it will be posted in the Google Classroom later this afternoon assignment. Thank you very much, Mr. Nathan.
You're welcome, ma'am. Okay, so let's call it a day, class. Once again, good afternoon and goodbye, class.
Goodbye and thank you,